Hi, everybody. This is Rachel Hong from the Academic Advising Office. Okay, welcome to the workshop. Okay, now to those of you who are new to the university, AAO is a unit under the registry. We are set up about 9 years ago to oversee the implementation and the development of the university-wide academic advising system. So in short, we call it AA system. So you will be hearing this AA system a number of times in the next hour. Okay, so now over the years, the system has developed, it has evolved. So today, we are hoping to give you an update of the university AA system, as well as some information, tips, tools, experience sharing to facilitate your advising job. Okay, so why don't I start now? Okay, so today's program, there will be 3 parts to it. The first part will be handled by myself. It is an update of the AA system at HKU, as well the general approach to advising. And for the second part, we are very, very grateful that Ms. Nicole Tavares from the Faculty of Education have spent time preparing for the workshop and to do her experience sharing on some study issues regarding online learning and other common student advising issues as well. So in part 3, I'm pleased that Nelson, my colleague, he will be sharing with you some features of the SIS advising system and some new web resources that we have prepared to make your job easier. Okay, so for part 1, okay, now there will be some 3 quiz questions and a quick overview of the AA system. Okay, so when I show the poll on the screen, I would invite you to vote for an answer, okay, to the question. Okay, so my first question is, okay, do you know how many teachers are currently serving as advisor? Now, I have 5 answers for you, okay? So you can see it right here. So now I'm going to show the poll on the screen. And please vote for an answer according to your best knowledge. Okay. Da, da, da. Okay, so. Okay, right. So, okay, almost all of you have voted. Oh, it looks like you're pretty average. Okay, so the number C, the C answer, 800 seems to be a more popular vote. Oh, sorry, let me share the result with you. Okay, now this is the result. So C emerged to be the most popular answer. Okay, 800. So are you correct? Well, actually, the answer is E. Okay. Currently we have 1,200 teachers, okay, across the university serving as faculty academic advisor to home faculty students throughout their studies. Okay, so their role is to support students, especially year 1 students, in study related matters and make referrals. Okay, so we have another type of advisors. It's called the temporary academic advisors. Now we have around 100, slightly over 100. They are teachers teaching different subjects, and they advise students from both home and non-home faculties on issues such as major and minor selection. So they provide information to help students make a correct decision. Okay. So unlike the FAA, the TAA is more short term, so it's for 3 months assignment. All right, so some teachers will be wearing both hats, very busy. So they will be FAA as well as TAA. Okay, so, okay, let's not forget another very important support group. They are the faculty student advisors. Now, according to SLEQ, 55% of year one students, they sought advice from their senior students. Okay, so this is a very important information for us. That's why we have been strengthening the FSA system. So these are senior students serving as peer advisors to year one students, mainly to the home faculty students. Okay, now currently 7 faculties are offering this system, and the other 3 faculties, they also offer peer advising, but they are doing it through more informal ways. Okay, so now let's look at the bigger picture. Now, in the last slide, we've been looking at the faculty. Okay, actually, in the whole university AA system, there are 4 key players. So apart from the faculty, apart from AAO, we have halls and the residential colleges. Okay, so wardens, tutors, as well as students, senior students living in the hall, they are part of the system. And of course, we have CEDARs. Okay, we have counselors, clinical psychologists, as well as advisors in different aspects like careers, campus life, and enrichment program, etc. Okay, so now for those of you who are not familiar with AAO, now our major duties is to provide advising to students on general matters, general study matters, as well as develop tools and resources to help their learning, as well as for advisors to do the advising job. Okay, so I'm sure you would agree with me that study problems could be caused by both academic reasons as well as non-academic reasons. Okay, so that's why referral among different components of the system is very common. Okay. So in the future, if you're not sure which office you should refer your advisee to, okay, feel free to give us a call. Okay. If not, you can also refer your advisees to contact us, and we will try to give them a hand. Okay, so here comes my second question. Okay, how often are students required to see their FAA? Okay, now there are 5 answers for you. Once a year throughout the studies, once a year in year 1, and once in final year, once a semester in year 1, once in year 1, or no requirement. All right, so let's start the, okay, let me choose the second question. Okay. Okay, so cast your vote. Which one do you think is the right answer? Okay. All right, so, okay, so you're still voting. Okay, let me share the results with you. Okay, so we have A, we have C, and we have E. Not bad. Very good. Now, actually, now let me stop the sharing for now. Let me go back to my slide. Actually, last year, okay, starting from last year, the requirement of first year students to see their advisee, to see their advisor once a semester in year 1, okay, that is the answer C, has been removed. Okay, so okay, has been removed. So right now, in this academic year, there is no mandatory requirement for first year students to see the FAA at least once a semester in year 1. Okay. However, faculty are allowed to make suitable arrangement for the FAA and the students in a way that work best for the faculties. Okay, so we're making it more flexible, and we're hoping that the meeting will be more meaningful, both for the advisor and the advisee. Okay. However, there is one common practice. Now, starting now, 1 office hour per week, okay, should be assigned by the advisor as student consultation hour. Okay, so make sure that they reserve time to spend time to advise the student. And as for the student, we encourage them to see the FAA for academic advice when needed. Of course, we have reminders for the student, like we have pop-up portal message and reminders after every reading week and after release of grades. So we will encourage them to seek academic advice if needed promptly. Of course, to safeguard with the removal of this requirement, and we need to safeguard the potential at-risk student, right? So we have strengthened our SIS system, and we have implemented the early alert system to help us support the at-risk student more effectively. Okay, now currently, advisee with a semester GPA below 1.5 and SYC with SGPA between 1.5 and below 2.5, but with a sudden drop of 0.7 grade points from the previous semester. Okay, we will send this list to the faculty, and the faculty will alert the respective FAA to take a special look at these students to see whether they have any trouble. Okay, so in addition, the third one is an additional enhancement. Okay, if the advisor go into their SIS advising system, if they see a alert mark, a yellow alert sign here, that means that this student have failed a course in the previous semester. Now, this becomes very important because with the assessment options that students are allowed to choose, okay? So let's take an example. If a student study 5 courses, okay, he selected 1 letter grade where he got A, okay? But he selected 4 pass-fail grade for the courses. And if he failed all the 4 pass-fail courses and still get an A in the letter grade course, his SGPA shown in the system will be 4. Okay, so it will be very easy for FAA to miss out these students. So do check out whether you see the sign on the name next to the name of your advisee. If so, yes, spend some time contacting the student to see whether he's in any trouble. Okay, my last question. How many year 1 students are unconfident about coping with online learning? Now, here are the 5 choices. Okay, let me start the poll now. Okay. Okay, cast your vote, please. Okay, still voting. Okay. Okay. The picture is pretty clear. 50%. Yes, bingo. 50%. Okay, so let me stop sharing this. Now, from a recent first year workshop, okay, that AAO held earlier, there are about 200 year 1 students in the workshop, and we asked them this question, okay? So about half of them said that they are not confident, okay, about handling online learning and getting good results. So you are correct. So all of you got it correct. Okay, so at this point, I would like to share with you some data that I have extracted from a student survey that we conducted in April on students' advising need and preferences. Okay. At that time, we have over 800 students responding to us. Okay. Now, of course, the first question that I would like to share with you is their advising needs due to online learning. So we asked them, is there anything you want to consult an advisor? Okay, and the results shows that now, of course, the decision about assessment choices to them at that time was really something new. So a lot of them show a little understanding. So this emerged as the most important things that they want to ask. And regarding the blue ones, okay, now these all relates to online learning, online assessment, online learning skill to sustain performance, and how to prepare for online lecture. Okay. However, it's worth noting that over 4 in 10 students, okay, they have issues keeping up with their study motivations. Okay, so this is something that we are concerned about. Okay, the second question we ask is that what sort of topics they would seek advice from their advisor. So apart from online learning, the topic that students seek advice from advisors are still many. Okay, now the pinkish one are those related to planning. Okay, academic planning, postgrad study planning, exchange planning, internship planning. Academic performance, yes, 4 out of 10 are worried about it. And these are about study choices, major minor selection, course selection, as well as program transfer. Okay, so what do they expect to get from their advisor? Okay, now the majority, okay, over 60% said they want factual information. Okay, and some of them said they want guidance. Okay, they want their advisors to guide them in finding the information and setting goals and making referrals. Okay, now, so these are all in line with our roles. And what I want to draw your attention to is, okay, so we have 38.4% of the students, they want you to care about them. Okay, so I guess emotional support is definitely something that advisees look for from advisors, especially during this very challenging period. Okay, all right, so the last one that I have time to share with you is about the format of advising. Okay, because we found that the majority of the students, they value personal interaction with their advisor. Okay, they want to meet you face to face. Okay, so apart from them, email, okay, is also liked, as well as instant messaging, like what now we do on WhatsApp and WeChat. Okay, so there are more questions, but due to the time limitation, I can only share this question with you. So if you are interested in getting a report of the survey, feel free to let me know and I will send you one. Okay, so at this point, I would like to reinforce the university's approach to academic advising because it really matches the students' expectation. Okay, so what we are doing is guidance and support. We ask questions, we don't just give answers. We empower students to take ownership of their own learning instead of making decisions for them. It's holistic. It's not only academic results, but also planning like postgrad planning, exchange planning, internship planning. It's not just for students with poor results, it's for every student. Okay, so before I wrap up, I would like to share my experience with you, how to make your meeting more fruitful and conducive to relationship building. Okay, so first of all, let them know your role, okay? Let them know what you can do together with them and what they are supposed to do for themselves, like doing research, finding information, making decisions, okay? Be very firm, but friendly, okay? Because you don't know how, it takes a lot of courage for a first year students to contact you and make an appointment to meet with you. Okay, sometimes they are worried about saying the wrong things or maybe pronouncing your surname not in the correct manner. So stay firm but friendly. Next, get to know your advisee. Now, they will be most comfortable to talk about themselves. Okay, it will help them relax, and at the same time, for you to understand more what they are about, what they want from the university. Okay, and question, wait for answers. Okay, give them time to respond, listen to them. Oh, don't talk too much. Now, a very funny thing, one student shared with me, he said he went to see his FAA. The FAA is very enthusiastic, very friendly, and share his research with the student for over half an hour. And so the student obviously knows nothing about the research topic. And then, but at the end of the meeting, he just thanked and he left without asking his questions. Okay, so don't save some time to address the students' issues, and start them thinking about goals and plans. Okay, guide and inspire them. Okay, they're not just here to study and pass. Okay, they have bigger dreams. Okay, inspire them to think about and set goals. Challenge their thinking. Don't pamper them. Gauge their understanding of the curriculum. Now, it would be a good idea if you know the answers beforehand. So be an informed advisor. Check what action they will take before concluding. So what I do usually is that before I let them go, I will ask them, okay, what are you going to do next? So it helps them to gather the discussion and the action plan, etc. And we encourage them to follow up with action. And interestingly, a lot of times students surprise me with the action list. It's longer than mine. So they come up with their own actions in their mind. So I think it is very useful. Okay. All right. So we know students come to you for many questions, but you're not expected to answer all of them. You're a resource person. So you don't work alone. You can introduce the TAA, FAA, CDES, campus resources. You can ask them to come to AAO. So that's perfectly fine. Lastly, make use of technology and connect with them. As I said, they like an instant messaging. And recently, my team have studied the instant messaging function on Zoom as well as on Teams. So we have found a way that advisors could make use of these Zoom and Teams using Hong Kong U account, so without disclosing your personal account, and to connect with your students using instant messaging. Okay, now we have a guide, step-by-step instructions. So if you're interested, you just scan the QR code here, and then you can get the steps. Okay,